In this video, let us see distribution of charges in a conductor. Here there are two spheres of unequal radii. Radius of the first sphere is R1, radius of the second sphere is R2. It is connected by a wire. Distance between the spheres is much greater than the radii of the spheres. You give a charge of Q to any one of these spheres. Then these charges will be redistributed such that these two spheres are at the same electrostatic potential. That means potential at the sphere A will be the same as potential at the surface of the sphere B. VA is equal to VB. Total charge Q will be Q1 plus Q2. Charge on the sphere is Q1, charge on the sphere is Q2. Now, potential at the surface of the sphere A is VA, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Charge on the first sphere is Q1, radius of that sphere is R1. So, VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, Q1 by R1. Electrostatic potential at the surface of the second sphere, that is VB, is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 by R2. Since these two spheres are connected by a wire, VA is equal to VB. When you equate these two, 4 pi epsilon 0 will get cancelled. So you will get a Q1 by R1 is equal to Q2 by R2. Then sigma 1 is the surface charge density on the surface of the sphere A. So its radius is R1. So its surface area is 4 pi R1 square. You multiply by the charge density, surface charge density. So Q1 can be written 4 pi R1 square sigma 1. Q2 can be written as 4 pi R2 square sigma 2 because its radius is R2. So its surface area is 4 pi R2 square. Charge density is sigma 2. Now 4 pi will get cancelled. Then R1 square will get cancelled and it will be R1 sigma 1. Here R2 square, R2, 1 R2 will get cancelled. So R2 sigma 2. Sigma 1 R1 is equal to sigma 2 R2. For example, suppose the radius of the first sphere is 0.3. Charge density is 10. So 0.3 into 10, that is 3. The radius of the second sphere is, let it be 0.1. Then charge density will be 30. So you can see when the radius is less, charge density is more. Smaller the radius, charge density is greater. So from this is clear, sigma r is a constant. So when it is charge density is inversely proportional to the radius. Here there is an example to understand the distribution of charges. Two spheres are connected by a wire. The radius of the first sphere is 8 centimeter, second sphere 2 centimeter. It is separated by a distance larger than the radius of the first sphere. First sphere is 8. It is distance between this spheres is much larger than 8 centimeter. A charge of 100 nanocoulomb is given to any one of the spheres. These two spheres will acquire electrostatic equilibrium and both will be at the same electrostatic potential. So now let us see what is the charge on each sphere. Then what is the charge density? Potential on the surface of the first sphere is VA. VA is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 by R1. Potential at the surface of the second sphere is VB, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 by R2. Since it's connected, these two spheres are connected by a wire, both are at the same potential, so VA is equal to VB. You have to equate these two. When we equate these two, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 will get cancelled. So Q1 by R1 is equal to Q2 by R2. So from this we can get an expression for Q1. Q1 is equal to R1 by R2 Q2. Then total charge Q is Q1 plus Q2. So Q, for this Q1 we can write Q minus Q2. So for this Q1 you can substitute. Capital Q is the total charge. So Q1 can be written as Q minus Q2 is equal to R1 by R2 into Q2. Now this minus Q2 you take to the other side, so plus Q2. Then Q is equal to Q2 R1 plus R2 by R2. This Q2 can be taken outside. After that, R1 plus R2 by R2. So now Q2 can be written like this. Q2 is equal to Q into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Q 100 nanocoulomb, so 100 into 10 raised to minus 9 into R2, radius of the second sphere, 2 centimeter, so 10 raised to minus 2. R1 plus R2, radius of the first sphere 8 centimeter, radius of the second sphere 2 centimeter, so 8 plus 2, 10 centimeter. To convert it into meter, multiply by 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 2 will get cancelled, 8 plus 2, 10. So you will get 20 nanocoulomb for Q2. So charge on the second sphere is 20 nanocoulomb. So you can get the charge on the first sphere from this. Q, total charge 100, charge on the second sphere 20, 100 minus 20, 80 nanocoulomb. So charge on the first sphere is 80 nanocoulomb. This Q1. Charge on the second sphere Q2, that is 20 nanocoulomb. Charge density on the surface of the first sphere is sigma 1. Sigma 1 is Q1 divided by 4 pi R1 square. Charge on the first sphere is 80 nanocoulomb. So 80 into 10 raised to minus 9. Then 4 pi. Radius of the first sphere is 8 centimeter. So R1 square. So 8 into 10 raised to minus 2 because it is given in centimeter. R1 square. So if you do this calculation, you will get 9.9 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb per meter square. Similarly, charge density on the second sphere is Q2 divided by 4 pi R2 square. Charge on the second sphere is 20 nanocoulombs. Then radius of the second sphere is 2 centimeter. So it's square. 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 2 into 10 raised to minus 2. So if you do the calculation, you will get this value. So you can see charge density on the second sphere is nearly 4 times the charge density on the first sphere. First sphere 9.9 into 10 raised to minus 7. So approximately we can say it is 10. This is 39 into 10 raised to minus 7. So you can see 39. Here it is 9.9. So this is approximately 4 times the charge density on the first sphere. So sigma 2 is 4 times sigma 1. So radius of the second sphere is 4 times lesser, 8, 2. When radius is 4 times lesser, charge density is 4 times more. So this result is proved. Sigma 1 by sigma 2 is R2 by R1. Now, potential on the sphere A will be same as the potential on the sphere VB. So it is enough if you find the potential on any one of the sphere. So VA is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 by R1. 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 value is 9 into 10 raised to 9. Charge on the first sphere is 80 nanocoulomb. Radius of the first sphere is 8 into 10 raised to minus 2. Then if you do this calculation, you will get 9 into 10 raised to 3 volt. So 9 kilovolt. Thank you for watching.